Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. First, we have to sort out our identity as to what exactly we are. And in that attempt, we have seen all that which can be negated. Idam rupam yad yavat tat tyaktum shakyate akhilam. All that which can be negated. So what are the things which are negated possibly? So the things which can be negated begin from the world, then our Panchakoshas, and we come to a point wherein further negation is not possible. So in this manner, the first step is this. All that which can be negated is illusion, is not real, and that which is not real, why should we think about it? See, our mind will be playing havoc with us, whatever we may like to do. Do we get any thought about our shadow? If our shadow is run over by a truck, do we talk about it to anybody in this world? If our shadow falls on the Shivalinga, do we feel, oh, today I was very lucky, shadow has fallen directly on the Shivalinga? Or on our shadow, if the doggy comes and does Purnamadaha Purnamadaha, do we feel that it is so unfortunate? No. Why? Because shadow appears as non-existence. Shadow is absence of light, but it appears. And when we know it is merely an appearance, an illusion, will we ever think about it? For example. Second, I had a dream that I had won a lottery, Lotto lottery, and I got $100 million, and I was so happy and went to the bank to collect, and there was an accident. And immediately the dream broke and I started crying. I have lost my $1 million. Can we smuggle the good or bad from the dream to the waking? They belong to a totally different degree of reality. The hunger of the dream cannot be satiated by the food of the waking. Many times we dream only because we are overfed. So when we eat up to the nose and then sleep in a drowsy way, and then we dream that there is a famine and I am extremely hungry and I am not able to get food. So what happened to the food and overfeeding that we had during the waking? So the waker and the dreamer, they belong to the different degrees of reality. See, if this is understood in the same manner, the absolute self that we are and the relative self which appears because of the limitation of a conditioning, they belong to a totally different degree of reality. See? So So to understand, take a daily example. Man and husband. They belong to two different degrees of reality. See? So where is this husband? Is he on the man like a Gandhi topi? See? Where is he? And who is miserable? Not the man, but the husband. See, friends. So can we do anything good or bad for the husband? You cannot. You can do something if he is. If he is not, what can you do? See, friends. Therefore, unless the discrimination is perfect and clear, we'll keep on beating around the bush. Therefore, here the teacher says, idam rupam tu yad yavat tat tyaktum shakyate akhilam. All that is known objectively as not self. Idam means this. This means not I, not self. So all that which is not self can be rejected, and thereafter ashakyo hi anidam rupa sa atma. And that which cannot be rejected is the subjective being. Therefore, we can never reject our person, our being. See? So, one husband came to me and he was miserable. Naturally, miserable husband only comes to me. Happy husband, why will he come? He came. And he started telling me, Swamiji, I am so frustrated, I don't know what I should do. I don't know, I never knew marriage is such a terrible thing. I don't know why did I get married. Please help me. So I had to talk to him. What do I talk? Look here. Pati or husband is a common noun. It is not a proper noun, except Rashtrapati. It is not a common noun. It is a common noun, not a proper noun. And therefore, when you talk about husband being miserable, so as a Swami, what will I talk to him? Look here, my friend. You are not the only husband who is miserable. Every husband is miserable. Therefore, don't worry. Don't take it seriously. Don't take your wife seriously. Take her lightly, even if she is heavy. Don't become serious. When she says something, just listen. Don't react. Now what I have done? I have created a proper understanding in him that basically he is a man and he is husband temporarily when he is in front of his wife. So that temporary time when he is in front of his wife, he should do the drama. Show as if you are having great concern. Ask 10 times, honey, have you taken food? You are looking very thin. What the other person likes is only attention. Give attention. But that doesn't mean you get buried under her. This is the only way to get out of this illusory world, is it not? So what I have done? I have not touched the husband. Husband continues to be. Earlier, that man has taken the husband to be a reality. Now he has discovered basically he is a man. Husband is superimposed on him because of the conditioning of the wife. So who is real? Husband can be rejected, man cannot be rejected. See how the husband is rejected? Either you separate or invoke the God. Lord, uta. And when she dies, where the husband goes? He goes nowhere because he was never. Exactly this is what is meant. idam rupam tu yad yavat tat tyaktum shakyate akila. All the objectivity and objective knowledge can be rejected. But the anidam rupaha tu ashakya is impossible. We cannot deny our presence. Now, if this is clear, then what will be the spiritual practice? Spiritual practice is only recognition of this. Do I experience my absence? Yes. As a husband, I am absent when the Mahakali is not around. So I am not no more husband. Otherwise, how can dare I smile? As a father, I am absent when the kids are not around. But as a being, can I be ever absent? Therefore, only this much awareness, that about which we have no doubt, we have no question, and we cannot experience ourselves as absence. That is the truth. We are not doing anything. What sadhana will the husband have to do to become a man? Husband never becomes man. Man becomes the husband. See, the ocean becomes the wave. The wave can never become the ocean. See, friends. Therefore, anidam rupa, that which is recognized as one's own being, sa atma, and badhavarjita, can never be negated, rejected. Therefore, friends, this knowledge, it is not to be taken theoretically or hypothetically. Like, many people have this problem. Suppose somebody is realized, then what? So what can you talk to such a person? It is something like when you go to a 5-star hotel, you get such lovely menu and fantastic food. Okay, suppose I have gone. I read the menu. So what? You will continue to be hungry. You order, eat, and then you can see in the same manner. When you are established in this absolute reality, you can never have a single thought erupted about anything related to world. See, now our daily experience. In the deep sleep, do we have concern about the waking world? Do we have any worries of the dream? And yet we continue to be. So extension of the deep sleep experience in the waking without being asleep is called as Jivan Mukti. See, friends. And therefore these great masters who are living in this absolute, they move in this world and they never do any good to anybody. Like the flower never, this is plastic. The flower never gives fragrance. It happens. The moment giving comes, taking away will also come. That can be given, will be taken away. Therefore, friends, sa atma badhavarjitaha, that which can never be negated is the self. So next time when you sit for your prayers, about this I'll tell you one thing. One day I was in England and staying with my host. Old couple, husband and wife, they lived for many years in Hong Kong. And the husband follows Buddhism, although they are Christians, but he follows Buddhism. And she follows Hinduism. And both of them are very close to me. So, when I I went to their place, and one morning probably, I got a very old house, 300-400 years, big logs, nothing properly repaired, very old house. And it's very beautiful, big garden around. So I was in that room. After morning I got out without going for taking bath and all that. Because even if you walk, the whole house shakes. So if I will take bath, everybody's sleep will be disturbed. So what is minimum required that I finished and sat on my bed and quietly sleep. She must have come in between to ask whether Swami you like to have a cup of tea or like that. But I didn't notice that. And afterwards when I went down, she said, Swami, I am extremely sorry. What happened right in the morning, sorry? No, I came and disturbed you. You were doing meditation and I am sorry. I said, Mama, please don't abuse me early in the morning. What happened? I said, I never do meditation. But you were sitting? I said, yes, I was sitting in the lap of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. When I said to her, I was sitting in his lap, that old lady started crying and came and hugged me. Swamiji, how can you so casually say like this? I said, look here, when you do meditation, your eye will become strong. Meditation is not supporting and propagating the eye of the meditator. When the wave merges in the ocean, she can never maintain her identity. She is dissolved. So never do meditation. Then sit with the Lord. Sit before the Lord. Oh Lord, here I am in your lap. Now it's your problem. Relax. No. Relax. Now the thoughts come. What is to be done? Start biting the teeth. Why the thoughts come? I think it is because of the water dripping in the bathroom. How many times I did? Meditation. Cartoons of meditation. Sit in his lap like a child. You don't have to do meditation. When you don't do meditation, meditation happens. You know, there is one of our book, Let Meditation Happen. But we struggle. Therefore, Atma Madhavarjitaha. So that which cannot be negated is the truth, the self. So we just remain as it is. Sounds come, negate. Silence come, negate. Sound and silence, when they both of them do not disturb us, we have reached Prashanti. See? And to come to this, there are very simple techniques. First of all, start liking that what nobody likes. Start liking chaos. So you don't have to worry. Wherever you go, there is a chaos. See? Start liking mess. So you don't have to worry about cleanliness. Mess अच्छा लग रहा है, भरा घर है. Start liking foolishness. What happens is, we want quietness outside and inside volcanoes. We want cleanliness outside, inside dirt. We want peace outside, inside pieces. And this is how there is a big gap between what we want and what we are. And therefore, friend, Satma Bhanavarjita, that which cannot be rejected, come to recognize this. How we started this topic? First of all, we have rejected the Panchakoshas. Then the student said, if everything is rejected, nothing remains. So the teacher says, what you call nothing is Atma. Okay, be happy with your nothing. Because that which cannot be rejected, you will definitely call it nothing, because it is not a thing, it is a being. Like many people, they say, my husband, poor thing, it's not a furniture. Thing is inanimate object. And being is a living being, We don't call living thing, living being. See? Therefore, it is no thing, it is being. After that it was said that simply knowing the self, that I am the self, is not enough. Then, what is the nature of this self? It is here Vedanta differs from all other paths. We are told, first of all, you are not the body, you are the embodied. Who is the embodied? The jiva, the soul. And if you go to Goa people are so spiritual, they make a soul curry. The soul curry in Goa is one of the best dishes, So, then we are told we are soul. And we accept it. Okay, I am a soul, you are a soul. So, let the soul mate sit together for meditation. And when the one soul goes, the shoe remains. See? So, when we are told you are jiva, you are soul, now establish the value of soul. What do you mean by soul? And then we are told, Kshetranyam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Soul is not an individuality. Jiva is not an individuality. There is no one jiva per head. Jiva is manifestation of the absolute reality in a body, is called as jiva. See? Like husband is not an individuality. It is the manifestation of some conditioned expression under a particular situation. So when we say that husband is in me, where will you see him in kidney? See, friends. So where is the husband in man? There is the soul in body. See, friends. Therefore, who is this soul? Jiva. Then we were told, Jiva is not Vyakti, but it is Abhivyakti. Like light is a manifestation and not an individuality. The problem is like this. Once I was going to Kedarnath and we reached Rampur before the Gauri Kunda. And it was dark and it was a Amavasya night. So no light, everybody frustrated. So to protect myself, I went on the top of that house, big flat place, and I lay down. Very Swami, I was keeping cool. Somebody, Swami has gone up. Chalo, hum bhi upar jate. So they all came, about a dozen. Swamiji, what are you doing? I said, first of all, don't talk, lie down as I am lying down on your back, Shavasana. All of them. He said, now you are looking at the sky. Yes. Now tell me in one line, what is your experience? Oh, it is so dark. One person. Second person said, but there are beautiful, so many stars. The third one said, Swami ji, khana kab milega? Seeing the dark sky, these were the thoughts. And after some time, then the bell rang. I said, hey, food is ready, let's go. No, before we go, we want to know what you are thinking. I said, you will not appreciate it. No. I I said, I am thinking, there is a very big dome, like that of a circus, and it has many holes, and behind that dome, there is one light which is appearing as many because of the many holes. Somebody, why do you think in this way? See, when we see the differences, are we able to recognize the undifferentiated, although seemingly different things? Then our vision is corrected. See, therefore, when we are told that we are the soul, the jiva, atma, then what is that atma? Then it was said, this atma is nothing but Brahman, which is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. This is how the Brahmatmaikya Bodh should take place. Now, when it is said, the reality, the Brahman is Satyam Jnanam Anantam. So first what is proved? How the Atma is Satya, the reality which can never be denied. So what is the Sadvastu? Sadvastu is Trikala Avadhita Vastu, that which can never be negated in 3 periods of time is the reality. So this is what is proved up to here, up to the 33rd verse. So, Ashakyo hi anidam rupaha sa atma badhavarjitaha. So atma is that which can never be negated. This is proved up to here. Now the other 2 attributes to refer the Brahman is Satyam, then Jnanam and Anantam. So now we have to look into that this Atma is Jnanam or Ajnanam. We are seeing Atma is Sat because it cannot be rejected. Nobody can experience one's absence. Agree. Now let us go to the next state. Siddham Brahmani Satyatvam Jnanatvam tu Pureritam Swayamevānubhūtitvam Ityadi Vachare Sputam. So Brahmani Satyatvam Siddham. So we have come to this point that the reality, the Brahman and the Atma is never negated, it is ever present. This is proved. Now regarding the Jnanam, the teacher says Jnanatvam tu Pureritam. We have already spoken about it. Did we? Yes. When? Go back to verse number 13. Oh God. Again I am going to start from 13 onwards. Don't worry. Tomorrow we will conclude. See friends, it requires a tremendous commitment and stamina to hold on to the truth. Otherwise when it is tired, ठीक है, we are all Atma. Okay, now let us have a cup of tea. One gets tired because too much of efforts. And if we remain effort, lesser the efforts in our life, less tired we are. When there are 0 efforts, we are never tired. And this is what Patanjali describes asana. Asana is not sitting in one posture and suffering silently. Most of the people who sit in the asana, just to show that they can do, they will do Padmasana. And thereafter they get locked. Kaun banega crorepati. And when they can't open, then they call the doctor, Doctor Sahab, lock ho gaya. That is not asana. Patanjali says, sthira sukham, steady bliss. And how it can be attained under 2 conditions. Prayatna shaitilya, effortlessness. If we see our life is full of struggle and efforts. What is the struggle? We want to prove something to somebody. And we don't know what we want to prove and to whom. And therefore we get tired. Therefore it is necessary that we remain more and more effortless. Then everything becomes vivid, very clear. So, in the 13th mantra it is said, Swayamevānubhūtitvad vidyate nānubhavyata jñātru jñānantara bhavat adneyana tu asattaya. Why this self cannot become an object of experience? Because it is itself the experience. When we are talking on this, I think I must have said, we are trained only to take experience of something. Experience of food, experience of lecture, experience of sleep. So we have been trained only to know the experience of something, not experience itself. And whenever there is experience of something, then a trio is born. Experiencer, then experiencer, and experienced. So the object of experience, the experience of the object, and experiencer of the experiencer of the object of experience. Krishna Rama. Vedanta is very difficult. And when we come to a point, experience without the experiencer and the experienced, what is that experience? Where there is no experienced object. If there is no experienced object, there cannot be experiencer. We try to do these two experiments when you go home. Sit in your room, night, everything is dark. Not even your mobile phone's light is there. Pitch darkness. Wherein you can't even see your hands. So dark. And sit quiet. And open your eyes. When eyes are open, they will want to see. Because eyes have to see. But there is no object to see. Eyes cannot see darkness. So there is no object to see. If there is no object to be seen, then there is no seer. But seeing is happening. So, also, experience is there, but there is no object of experience, the colors and forms, and there is no experiencer because the eyes are non-functional because of the darkness. So, the seeing is happening without the seen and the seer. That experience is our presence. You know, there is one text, Vijnana Bhairav, where there are 112 methods of meditation, different types. And in one of the places it is mentioned, make absence as the object of experience. Sound and silence. Sound is heard by the ears. We also experience the silence. So silence is heard by what? That which is supporting both the beyond the sound and the silence. Abiding in this and playing the role that we have to play in this world is called as living in meditation. Such a person, his wisdom remains steady. Our wisdom is available for others because Sarva Bhuta Ityarata. We are concerned about the welfare of the world. Therefore, we give wisdom to others. As regards our life is concerned, boredom, no wisdom. See? Therefore, friends, we have seen how the self is existence. We have also said earlier in the 13th verse, Swam eva anubhutitva na asya anubhavyata. Being of the nature of pure experience, it cannot become an object of experience. In this manner, we have seen that the self is Satyam, existence, because can never be denied. Then Jnanam, of the nature of experience or knowledge, which can never be involving the trio of experiencer, experiencer and experience. Knowledge gained through the sense organs and the mind creates the duality of knower known. See? And when there is a duality of knower known, it is called as samsara. And when there is no duality of knower and known, it is called as liberation. In deep sleep, there is no difference is not there. There is nobody knower, there is nothing known. And therefore, in deep sleep, there is no samsara. And that is why everybody wants to go to sleep, even in satsang. Because there is no samsara. And a person who is really sleeping, even in the satsang, he will never feel bad when he snores. Others see, जोर जोर से कराटे मारा सो रहा है, शर्म भी नहीं आती. He will not, because he is not there. This samsara, satsanga is gone. This temporary liberation is called as deep sleep, and permanent liberation is called as Jivan Mukti. Yogarato va, bhogarato va, sangarato va, sangavihina, yasya brahmani ravate chittam nandati nandati anandati eva. So in deep sleep, what is the experience? Ananda. Why there is ananda in deep sleep? Because tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. In the deep sleep, the father is not a father, the mother is not a mother, the mother-in-law is not a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law is not a daughter-in-law, and therefore in deep sleep, there is nobody. And it is rightly said, nobody is happy. It's true. Mr. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. So whenever you are miserable, go to the root, you will find out there is somebody sitting there. And when you come to discover that this somebody is just a natak drama fellow, don't give importance to that. So like we watch a drama or a serial, very good or bad things are happening, we watch it, we don't get involved in that. See? Suppose the particular scene on the stage shows one person came and killed other. and blood spill here and there, and the curtain falls down. Will we go and report to the police? Abhi ho gaya, chalo. Because we know it is just a drama. In the same manner, look upon all the roles that we are playing. It's a big drama going on. Enjoy, but don't get involved. See, friends, then we will get glimpses of what is the meaning of experience without experiencer. Swayam eva anubhavitva na asya anubhavyata. Being of the nature of experience, it cannot become an object of knowledge. In this manner, siddham brahmani satyatvam jnanatvam tu purenitam swayameva anubhutitvat ityadi vachanai sputam. So this is now clearly brought out. So, the three things, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma. Now the Anantam we have to understand. The original mantra from the Taittiriya Upanishad tells, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam, Parame Yo Manna, So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha, Brahmana Vipaschiteti. He who discovers this Brahman, which is of the nature of Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, where he goes for searching, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam, the substratum of the Panchakoshas. What happens to him? Sarvan Kaman Saha. All his desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Be very attentive. Our desires are satiated in sequence, not simultaneously. First desire to get education, got it. Second desire, get a job or business, got it. Third desire, get married, got married. Fourth desire, to have children. Fifth desire, I did a mistake. So if we look into our life is a sequence of desire fulfillment. And the funny thing is, you fulfill one desire, 100 are born. See? And thus we end up in such a mess that we want this, we want that, and it can never happen. But here, Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. His all desires, Sarvan Kaman, they are fulfilled simultaneously. So, not in a sequence. How can this desire be simultaneously fulfilled? Because one has transcended the relativity. In the relativity alone there is a sequence. In the absolute there cannot be any sequence. See, friend. Like one. One is of two types. One is of two types, yes. One is the one which can be divided by 2 and multiplied by 2. That is the finite one. Wherever there is a finite one, there is a sequence possible. And when it is the absolute one, the infinite one is the one which can neither be divided by 2 nor can be multiplied by 2. See, friends. And therefore, there cannot be any sequence. This reality has to be recognized as one's essential nature. Therefore, we have seen Satyam, Jnanam, now Anantam. What is Anantam? Na vyapitva deshato anantaha nityatvan napikanataha na vastutopi sarva which does not have anta end. Ananta is that which does not cease to exist. So, what are the limitations because of the infinite is reduced to the finite? So, when we take ourselves as body, the body has these three limitations. Desha, Kala, Vastu. What is the first limitation of the body? Desha, the space. So, when you fill in your application form, you have to give these things. What is your height and width? So, you write, height is 4 feet, width is 6 feet. So, this much space only you are. Beyond that space you are not. Then time. What's your age? 16 years for last 40 years. So, conditioned by time. And then object. This body alone I am, that body I am not. Thus, we reduce ourselves under these three limitations of time, space and object. In deep sleep, what happens? We discard these three limitations. Because in the deep sleep, when we are no more accepting ourselves to be body, then we are neither born, no limitation of time, then non-space, that I am very heavy, no, and no object, I am this and not that, sense of otherness is zero. So in the deep sleep, we all transcend the limitations of time, space and object, although temporarily. And when we transcend these three limitations, our experience is, number one, there is no other. Number two, there is no finite. These two things, accepting oneself to be finite and accepting the sense of otherness as real, is called as samsara. So in the reality, in the Paramatma Tattva, these three limitations are totally absent. How? First, na vyapitva deshataha antaha. See, when we say Paramatma is sarvavyapi, everywhere Paramatma is, we are in fact abusing the reality. Abuse means wrong use. This is not the right way to talk about reality. Why? Because when we say Paramatma is everywhere, that means the space is real and in that Paramatma is. It is not like that. It is the other way around. In the Paramatma, the space is. See? This topic comes in one of the Upanishads. The student asked the teacher, "Sir, where is Paramatma?" So the sir says, "Forget about Paramatma. Tell me, where are you?" Remember one thing, on the spiritual path and in the material world, the basic difference is, in the material world, the question is addressed. On the spiritual path, the seeker is addressed. Question may remain the same, but the same question will be addressed differently because the masters do not address the question, they address the person. See, friends. So, when we are wanting to know, like the student went to the teacher and asked, "Where is God?" So forget about God, where are you? "Sir, I am in front of you in your kutia." "Very good, you are very intelligent, I never knew." Like the first 4 questions of the Kaun Banega Crorepati. Then, second question. "Where is my kutia?" "Oh, sir, your kutia is in the ashram." "Very good. 25,000. Where is the ashram? Of course, ashram is in Gujarat. Very good. 50,000. Where is Gujarat? Gujarat is in India. Wonderful. 75,000. And then, where is India? In Asia. Where is Asia? On the earth. Where is earth? In the waters. Where are waters? In the fire. Where is fire? In the air. Where is air? In the space. Where is the space? Did this ever occur to us? Where is the space? Space is in our head. When the mind is enfolded, as in deep sleep, where are we? See, when the space disappears, the question is invalid, where are we? If the space is nothing but the projection of the mind, and what is mind? Mind is expression of the consciousness. So where is God? You are that God. Don't ask a wrong question. See? Now just work on this thing. Now you are seeing me. I cannot say you are hearing me, but I can say you are seeing me. Now where do you see me? Where I am or inside you? Of course, we are seeing you wherever you are. But where the knowledge is taking place? Inside or outside of me? Maybe inside, but I am outside. Then maybe outside. Then how can you see me outside when I am outside? You cannot see me inside. Then you tell, sir. So I tell you, you are not seeing me. What you are seeing is only the image on your retina. And when you don't allow the image to be formed, close the eyes. Can you see me? No, but I am still here. So what you have seen is not me, only the image. In the same manner, when we say God is all pervading, but we are so much obsessed with these three parameters, time, space and object. These are the only three limitations. And he who has transcended these three limitations is Ananta. Therefore, na vyapitva deshataha antaha. There is no place where the God is not. This is how they say in a popular language. Tadhavato anyanatteti tishtat tasminnako matarishvanadhati. In Ishavasya Tadejati, Tadnejati, Taddure, Tadvadantiki, Tadantarasya, Sarvasya, Tadu Sarvasyasya Bhayyata. The truth is in and out, everything can be and yet beyond everything. Therefore, Vyapitvad na deshataha anta, then Nityatvad na kalataha anta. Time is only the projection of the mind. Now those who have come here on their own and have got deep interest in Vedanta, for them how the time goes they never know. And those who are tied down and brought here with a lead, chalo na, ek aad baar to chalo. Okay. For them, time is the same. See? They get discussed. अब ठीक है ब्रह्मन है ठीक है यार enough. So for them time becomes very long, and those who are deeply involved in that they go beyond the time. So time is only the mental projection, and therefore, like in the deep sleep, the space has no meaning. In the deep sleep, time has no meaning. How the time is established? When a sequence is established, then alone the time is established. In the deep sleep, event entered the deep sleep. Thereafter, no event. Time cannot be established. In the waking state, sunrise, one event. Then shouting by the wife, another event. Going for bath, third event. Getting ready for breakfast, fourth event. Breakfast is not given, fifth event. You do puja first. Oh, sixth event. Slowly, slowly, the time is born. If the sequence cannot be established, time cannot be born. How the sequence is established is the birth of time. How foolish it is. The earth is moving around the sun and time is born. When the earth completes one round, 365 days. When the earth completes one round around its own axis, 24 hours. So this is the cosmic clock. 2 hands. And then the time is born. Imagine there is only earth, no sun, or there is only sun, no earth. There cannot be time. If there is no movement, there is no time. Therefore, in the deep sleep, there is no concept of time because the mind is still. So here the teacher says, Nityatvat na api kalataha anta. Being eternally present is not that sometime it is present, sometime it is not. Waking experience is kalataha, not anantaha, but santaha. Waking begins, remains for some time, ends. Dream begins, remains for some time, ends. Deep sleep begins, remains and ends. There is one experience which has never begun. Our presence, which never modifies and which never ends. Therefore, na kalataha antaha and na vastutaha api sarvatmya. And also, there is no limitation of object. Be very attentive. What is an object? Object is that which is conditioned by time and space is called as object. See, whenever we talk about anything in this world, we have to bring these 2 parameters, time and space. So what is the shape, size, space? When it was born, time. So this time and space matrix creates an illusion of object. When time and space disappear from the mind as in deep sleep, no objects are there. So that which is supporting the 3 parameters, time, space and object, is beyond their limitations. And what is that which is creating the illusion of time, space and object? Only our identification with the Panchakoshas. Disidentify from the Panchakoshas and you transcend the 5 koshas and the time, space and object. We all know, but we do not know that we know. See, don't we recognize unknowingly when we sit for meditation, then unknowingly we know we should not move. There should not be too much of heavy breathing and there should not be thoughts. Who told you this? No, I thought meditation means we should sit quiet. Means what? Unknowingly we know. Suspension of changes or movement is our presence. So what we do? We try to arrest all the changes around us. So we close everything, sit quiet, arrange the changes of the body, no more moving here and there, sit firm. Then breathing, it should be very slow, steady. Then there should not be any thoughts. So that which is supporting all the changes but not getting influenced by any change. That reality is beyond the limitations of vastu object. It is something like this. To recognize the water, do we have to quieten the waves? To recognize the water, do we have to dehydrate the ocean? So what is happening? When we are seeing the waters, we are calling it as ocean and wave. So whose fault is this? Is it the fault of the water? No. We have given importance to the non-essential. The non-essential is nama rupa. See, name and form, they are the non-essential, and the essential we miss. That is how many times when we go to the jewelry shop and this fellow is very nice, he doesn't charge extra. He gives minimum, He is not very cheating type, and we go to jewelry shop. And after we come back, see, I got such a good deal, such a lovely design and everything is so fine. In 3 days, the originality comes out. The glitter of the name and the form disappears and not the gold anywhere. So whenever we are enchanted by the names and the forms, we miss the substratum which is supporting the name and the form. The same way, when we create friends and enemy, we are at the superficial level. And when we go deep, then we come to know the one whom we considered as our friend was essentially our enemy, and the one whom we considered as our enemy was our friend. See, friends, when somebody finds out our faults, what we think? Oh, he is jealous, But the one who finds out our faults, he has concern for our evolution. Therefore, it is the faults. And the one who is all the time glorifying you, then he has some intention, kamika Allah, is it a glorifier? See, friends, because we get carried away by the names and the forms, we miss the reality. So, these 3 limitations, time-wise, space-wise and object-wise, they are absent, and therefore Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And infinite is never created. Infinite can never be modified. In the infinite, parts are imagined, not real. See? Like the space is infinite, and in that the directions north, east, west, south and corners and up and down, these 10 directions, they are only imagined. They are not real. But instead of focusing attention on the space, our attention is on the directions. And when the attention is on the direction, then we get infected by a virus called as Feng Shui. All the time. You should open this way, you should open that. You should open up. Best way. So when you have to get into your house, climb. What will happen? Brahman entered like this in the body. Vidari. Having opened the Brahmanandra, Paramatma enters. Therefore, let us recognize this reality. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Yo Vedanitam Guhayam Parame Yoman So Shrute Sarvan Kaman Sa. Now Desha Kalanya Vastunam Kalpitatvacha Mayaya Na Desha Adi Krutontosti Brahmanantyam Sputam Tataha. Now is this Desha Kala Vastu, time, space and object? The teacher says, Kalpitatvacha Mayaya. They are not real. See? If the time was real, then you can do something with the time. See? It is only imagination, projection of the mind. You know, the Einstein's law of relativity is this. When you are in the company of the Miss Universe for 24 hours, you feel only for a few minutes I was there. And if you are in the company of a khusat budao like me for 2 minutes, कब से आके बैठे जाती times, is only relative. In one place, there was one book, I don't know what happened to that book, time management. In that book we have mentioned. Normally, if you see this management, people's time management approach is dumb, like babies. Like in the school, when the examinations approach, every student does, like he do this thing. And he will go on making it, Like, get up in the morning at 4 o'clock, 4 to 4:30, morning ABC, 4:30 to 5:30, mathematics, 5:30 to 6:30, physics, 6:30 to 7:30, English, then 7:30 take breakfast, 7:30 to 8:30, not too much, half an hour, 8 time management. And then he gets up at 4 o'clock, finishes morning ABC. What is it? Still sleeping. Mathematics. Oh God, my books are taken by, Gupta ji. Know what I can do? Why waste time? Go to sleep again. Time management. That is not time management. Time management is never repeat anything twice. In one go, it must finish. See, one girl used to come and sit in my lecture. And I was observing her, like I see all of you. And she was all the time writing, looking at me also, but writing. After the lecture was over, I said, hey, are you a stenographer? Swami, how do you know? I said, don't worry about it. So if you are a stenographer, I want to ask you something. What is that? I said, your life must be nice, isn't it? Don't have to worry about anything. What is it? Forget it, relax. Yes, Swami, no, you don't know. We also have got miseries. What is the misery? Then she told about her boss. My boss. He calls me by a particular bell type. So I go there with my pad and everything. And he says, take dictation. With reference to this letter number so and so, sir, we are extremely happy to receive your valuable order and we shall be delivering the goods as per your schedule. Payment can be made after the goods are received. Thank you. And then I go to my table. By the time I go again I come. And now the first draft you cancel, you write. See, there is lot of electric power supply failure and there is strike of labours and government policies. Therefore, we will not be able to supply you the goods as you wanted, but we will supply you as we can think of. But you have to pay all the advances first and suffer silently. Same letter, 2 actions. She goes, puts the paper, and by the time she starts, again, cancel that. From tomorrow I am going on leave. So why worry? Let somebody take decision, cancel everything. Now see, and then we say, I don't have time. Nothing should be repeated twice. You will get get tremendous time at your disposal. See, friends. One person asked me this question here only in Ahmedabad. Somebody asked 15 years before. How many you keep on running around here and there and all that? When do you get time to write so many books? How do you do that? I said, it's a very simple thing. Suppose there is one light in this hall. Light is not enough. So what do? We add one more bulb, is it not? If that is also not enough, then we add one more bulb. If that is also not enough, we add one more bulb. I said, exactly this is what I do. If you see in my place where I stay, on every wall there is one clock. So each wall gives me 24 hours. So I get 96 hours per day. Somebody I am not able to understand. I said, you take time. Therefore, unless we go beyond this, we will be only imagining and getting lost. Therefore, Deshakalani Vastunam Kalpitatvacha Maya, they are not real, you are the real. So when we talk about time management, what is meant is your efficiency should be extraordinary. See, when Vivekananda lived, that time, was it like that the day used to be 40 hours a day and the week used to be 15 days a week and the month used to be 100 days a month and the year used to be 1200 days a month? Year? No. It was the same time scale on which we are operating and he was operating. What is the difference? See, Valmiki Ramayana says, Ramaha, Bhagwan Ram tells about himself, he doesn't do anything twice. Only once. Dirna Bhashate, never said twice. When something is said, it is done. See, friends. Then only we can transcend that this time, space, object, they are not real. We are the reality, not them. So, na deshadi krutontosti brahmani anandyam skutam ittataha. Therefore, the time, space and object being only kalpitatvacha maya, they are merely projections by the maya and therefore they are not real. See, like the husband is not real, the man is real. The wife is not real, the woman is real. In the same manner, the time, space and object, these are only mental projections. And when the mind is absolutely enfolded as in deep sleep, there is neither time nor space nor object, but we continue to exist beyond the presence and absence of the time, space and object. That is our essential nature. Come to recognize this and be happy. So, na deshadi krutontosti brahmanantyam sputam tataha. Now here, one doubt is raised. Satyam jnanamanantam yad brahma tad vastu tasya tad ishvarartam jajatam upadhi dvaikalpitam. Now from here, another topic begins and ends, which we will conclude in our tomorrow's class. Till then, Om